Hey, in this video we'll be discussing my tool bag by Blue Ridge Overland Gear. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Robert with Sherburne Outdoors, and today we're discussing tool bags. I've had many over the years, and I was just getting so unorganized. Prior to this bag, which we'll get into in a second, I started with like a toolbox, like one of those big ones at Home Depot. It had, it was very square. It kind of fit in the areas, but it was and it bounced around if I was out and about. So I wanted something a little bit more secure. Then I moved to a soft bag, and I just had everything piled in there. And it was really, I gotta be honest with you, it was really meant for maybe someone more going to a construction site. So then I actually saw this bag on Trail Recon about a year ago, and I was like, you know what, I gotta have this. And this is the Triple Run by Blue Ridge Overland Gear. I love these guys, they're Brog, whatever you wanna call them. This is not a sponsored one, I did pay for this, but hey, Blue Ridge, if you're watching, I'm open to getting free gear. Now, I have been buying all kinds of stuff of theirs because I love it. It is what I consider to be the best stuff out there. It's kind of like the Apple of these kind of bags. And I've got them for first aid kits. I built an electronics bag. I have a kitchen kit, but I wanted to get my tools organized. And also I wanted to be able to store this in my new Roam boxes that I have. So I redid my setup a little bit this past year, and I've got Roam boxes set up right next to my rooftop tent. So I want to be able to access all my gear from there, my recovery gear, my moon shade, my pump, and then as well as having this outside of there. So it wasn't inside the car bouncing around, but it was very safe, secure, and then I could get access to it really quickly. So this is about 160 bucks. And it is very durable. Now I have it loaded to the gills with tools. It's got a great Velcro patch here. I do have some ID panels here that say tools, and then I got one with USA on it. And basically it is an open bag. What I thought we would do is I kind of walk you through what I have inside here. Now, a couple disclaimers. I am not the guys from the Story Till Now or Trail Recon. I am not rebuilding axles. I am not overhauling the engine while we're out and about. This is a basic set of tools that'll get me where I need to be. Now I have other stuff too, which we'll have other that are not in this video, which is recovery gear and tire patch kits and ARB pumps and all that stuff for air. This is just the tool bag we're getting into. So I tell you what, let's open this up and take a look at what's inside. Now, first thing, if we look at this bag, it is beautiful. It's got MOLLE built into the front of it. It's got these really good straps. It's got these really good zippers right here with these pulls around the side of it. And let's just pull it open up, kind of lay it out, and take a look inside. Now, I have these 6 panels set up here, and what I'll do is I just kind of rip these out and we'll kind of go through them. And this is the way it's set up, and I do have, first things first, I do carry a hammer around. This is just your standard 1-pound ball pen from Titan. Good hammer, fits inside of here really well, rubber and light. This thing starts getting heavy over time. Sometimes I'll have some gloves laying in here. Right now I've got them inside of one of the bags, but these bags are great. They just open right up, they pop right out, and you can pull them inside and out and pop them back in when you're done. So what I'm gonna do is start from left to right, or in my case, right to left. And let's just pull out my first bag. This is my go-to bag. It has all the stuff you'd expect to have inside of it. Various flatheads, various pieces of, screwdrivers. Carry a little mag light in here. Got a whole bunch of other screwdrivers as well. Got a magnetic kit you can go into really quick if you drop stuff down in there to get to it. This is great to have. And then I got a whole variety of different hex heads. I used to have all these piled into one Ziploc bag, so I really got some standardization here from millimeters to SAE to torque, because I do drive a Jeep and we have a lot of torque. And then last thing is, a razor knife. You need to have these inside of here because this comes in handy all the time. Now I have razor knives all throughout my Jeep and an EDC and other areas, but I like to keep them inside of here. So that's really bag number 1, which is bag number 2. Again, these just pop right out. So nice. Is I keep all my wrenches inside of here. Now I keep 2 sets. One is from Duratec, and this is just one that you can really get in there, open it up, and get into. It's a multi-adjustable. And then I also have from Duratec a nice pouch here that gets inside, lets me have it nice and easy, and these are ratcheted. I know sometimes you need a little bit more space, and this does take a little bit, and space can be a premium when you're out on the trail, but I do like ratcheted head stuff. So got from 8 to 19, that pretty much does me, and then I can go a little bit higher here. On this particular guy, it's pretty nice. It goes all the way up to 27. So with all of this together, this really accommodates pretty well all of my needs around wrenches. All right, continuing on. What do we got in this bag? All right, I got a whole variety of things. So I keep from channel locks to big ones to small ones to pliers to snips to really good pliers. I got a saw here so that you never know what you need to saw off. There may be a small tree or something got up in there, a piece of plastic, so I got a Milwaukee saw. I've got a C-clamp. You know, I have actually used this quite a bit, so there are times when you need a C-clamp out on the trail. I do bring a multi-tool. These things are a must in my mind. I love them, so I do keep a multi-tool from Gerber. And then just a small pry bar. You know, this isn't completely necessary, but I like it. It's easy to get stuff in and out. Obviously, you can get bigger ones, but I like this. This is a nice small footprint. All right, and that is bag 3, piling right along through this. All right, so moving to the other side. Oh, that's heavy. Sockets, gotta have them. So I like going with the big 3/4 wrench. I got a Craftsman, got some extenders here to lengthen things out, and then I have a whole variety all the way up to 32 on our sockets that are needed. Now this suffices pretty much everything that I need on the Jeep Gladiator to get me through as far as this is concerned. And again, these are great pockets when your gear is inside of here. It does have a nice vinyl clear window that you can see inside of here. And then when you're done, just put it back in. And so that is pocket number 4. All right, let's go. We're starting to get into a little bit more what I would call the utility type stuff. So inside here, I do carry an extra pair of thick gloves that I like to have. Sometimes I have these out. I do carry a wire brush. Never know when you're going to need that. Carry a lighter. You know what? If you've got an electrical thing and you actually need to melt the plastic to completely do the fix, that's there. I keep some steel sticks here just in case we have a break and I need to put this on here, and it's a nice epoxy putty. I keep some, now this is very, very interesting. This is from my motorcycle days. This is actually wire though, that you could actually basically put everything together, and it's quick safety wire. I love to have this. Again, we got some more water weld. This is great stuff to have. This kind of goes into conjunction with the steel stick. Loctite, got to have this stuff all the time. So I've got some Loctite super glue. Now this is different from what you might use on your particular nuts and bolts. What else do we have in here? Got a variety of wire brushes. Never know what you're going to need. Got some other brushes as well. And then I also do carry some additional wire, and I do have it with a piece on here in case I needed to have some terminals ready to go that I can do. And then we got our water weld things that are Loctite. And then I do keep some thread locker as well on here for just in case. All right, moving on. God, I love these Blue Ridge bags. They are so good. All right, I do keep some other stuff inside of here too. So I do keep a lot of rubber gloves. You know, when you're deep and you get oil and stuff all over you, if you want to, this is an easy way to stop that. I do keep some WD-40. I keep a small can. I got much bigger cans, but sometimes you need this to loosen things up or to actually get something to come apart. Do keep some paper inside of here too. So this is just some overall easy to put on side, and you can actually ratchet this down. Keep a variety of seam grip just in case I have a tent tear or some other stuff. This is nice. This will get me through a very short period of time. What else? All right, so this is heat tape that I can actually put on side of here and heat it up with that, and it'll actually lock down really tight. And then I've got duct tape. You can never have enough duct tape. I've got some electrical tape in a small batch as well. And then I do keep some thread tape for if you are putting bolts back in and you have a leak. You can put this around. It's nice plumber tape. And then last piece, Sharpie. Got to have a Sharpie. You never know what you need to mark, to cut, this or that. So having a Sharpie at your fingertips all the time is really handy. All right, wow. So we got a mess here from my tool bag. This feels like my old tool bags when they were all piled in there together, but I'll clean this up after this video. But in closing, I love these Blue Ridge Overland gear bags. They actually keep me very, very organized when I'm out on the trail, which is a big deal, especially when things go wrong and you need to know where things are immediately versus having to search for them. Love my new setup where everything is outside the car, but actually is very accessible, very safe, very secure, and doesn't move around as we go. So, hey, thank you for your time. Hey, if you like this kind of content and you got a lot of value out of there, please click the like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click that bell to be notified when we got new videos out. Everybody have a great weekend and thank you for your time.